Ryan, I heard you got approved for the international transfer. Congratulations! I want to say, but I'm honestly a little worried.
Worried about what? You got a problem with it? If you're my wife, just be happy for me.
I'm just concerned, like, about the language barrier. I've never actually seen you hold a conversation in English.
That's because you haven't been around when I do.
Maybe, but...
What? Spit it out!
I'm sorry, it's just... I've also been thinking about the debt situation.
Drop it! I've got it handled.
But there have been more suspicious calls coming in lately.
Hey, stop listening to my phone calls!
I'm sorry, but we're married, Ryan. Can't we deal with it together?
It has nothing to do with you, it's my problem!
Why are you saying that? Something has been off with you lately. You come home late, you barely say 2 words to me. I'm not imagining this.
I've always hated how you talk down to me. Just because you had some good sales numbers before your transfer, you think you can weigh in on everything I do!
I wasn't talking down to you. You said you were struggling and asked for input. And that client was someone I had a history with. I thought I could help.
Shut up! Stop sticking your nose into work like you know better! If you'd been a proper, supportive wife, I would have gotten this transfer way sooner. All that equal partnership and splitting the chores stuff. Give me a break! I could have been chosen for this overseas position much earlier.
You agreed to how we ran things, Ryan, and I work because it supports us both. You know that.
I'm done arguing. I'm not coming home tonight. I have work.
Ryan, wait. Can we please just talk about this properly? Not over text like this.
There's nothing to talk about. I'm busy.
Fine, but this conversation isn't over.
Sarah, I need to talk to you about something.
What is it, Rachel? We haven't really chatted since you moved to the sales department. We're in the same building. You can always reach out, you know.
No, this isn't exactly small talk. That's why I'm asking if it's okay to say this over text first.
Okay, so what did you want to say?
I know about it. You and Ryan are planning to divorce, aren't you? I'm giving you a heads up now. Stop making his life difficult.
Excuse me? Divorce? Making his life difficult? Where is this coming from? I have no idea what you're talking about. And how do you even know any of this?
Are you really going to pretend nothing is happening? I know everything. I know what you've been doing to Ryan.
Hold on. I genuinely don't understand what you're accusing me of. I would never harass my own husband. And this is a private matter between spouses. Why are you the one bringing this up?
Because someone has to. He's been suffering and you don't even seem to care.
Rachel, whatever Ryan has told you, I'd strongly encourage you to consider that you're only hearing one side of things.
Can you come in a little early tomorrow? We'll sort this out then. Of course I'm upset. You attack people and then act innocent? I used to think you were a good person during my orientation.
Ryan is your direct supervisor right now, isn't he? What has he been telling you? I think there's a misunderstanding here, Rachel. Let's just talk it out.
That won't be necessary. Be ready tomorrow at lunch.
Rachel, were you being serious earlier? I was caught off guard. Ryan texted me to meet in the break room, and then you showed up instead.
Of course I was serious. Ryan chose me. We've already confirmed our feelings for each other more than once.
So, it's true.
Yes, so do us both a favor and file for divorce already, would you? Stop trying to control his future. I'm the one going with him on his overseas transfer. You're out of the picture. Just disappear.
I see. Fine, I'll file the papers tomorrow. Honestly, taking that man off my hands, as far as I'm concerned, thank you.
What? Is that some kind of joke? You're not even going to fight for your marriage?
You're young, so maybe you don't see it yet. A 35-year-old man pursuing a 20-year-old who just started her first job.
The age gap doesn't bother me at all.
Think about it calmly. You're barely a year into your career. You don't even have your footing yet. And a middle-aged married man is pursuing you with that in mind. On top of that, he's buried in debt.
What? What do you mean?
I figured you didn't know. Ryan still has student loans from grad school. And on top of that, last year he lost everything he had in bad crypto and stock investments.
No way!
He didn't want me to find out, so he borrowed from predatory lenders to cover it up, and then borrowed from somewhere else to pay that back. It's a spiral.
I've never heard any of this, not once! He always seems so put together. That can't be right!
I understand why he seemed that way to you. Let me show you the paperwork.
This is real? Why didn't he tell me any of this?
Because he's counting on the overseas transfer to fast-track a promotion. He thinks a big raise will make it easy to pay everything off.
But at this monthly repayment rate, even with a raise, that's barely manageable.
Exactly. That's why I've been covering our rent, utilities, groceries, everything. I'm a team lead. I out-earn him, so I kept working. But honestly, we'd both felt the love fade a long time ago. He started chasing shortcuts and get-rich-quick schemes, and this is where it led. I was already reaching my limit.
This is unbelievable. He's the worst.
Yeah. Rachel, we only worked together during your orientation, but I know what kind of person you are. You were hardworking and sincere. I could see that clearly. Don't let a man who whispers sweet things and hides the ugly truth fool you.
But then was it a lie that you verbally abused Ryan every day? That you took his whole paycheck and spent it on yourself? That you emotionally manipulated him?
Excuse me?
Every time we went out, he'd open up to me about it. I really looked up to you, Sarah, so hearing all that was a shock. And he said the only time he felt at peace was when he was with me, that I was his anchor. I thought he needed me. I thought I had to save him.
All of it was lies. Love is blind is the phrase that comes to mind. Rachel, you're just too trusting.
I'm so sorry. Why couldn't I believe in you? I should have known you'd never do something like that. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Don't be so hard on yourself.
But I had an affair with your husband. And then I said those horrible things to you. Why are you not furious with me?
I was already planning to divorce Ryan. I had no love left for him. The lies, the disrespect, all of it pushed me away, piece by piece. I'd already guessed from his behavior that he was seeing someone. I was a little surprised it was you, but still. The only one at fault here is that piece of work I was married to. I am not letting him off the hook for this.
I keep thinking about all the things he told me about you and I feel sick. I repeated things back to him that he'd said about you. I believed it all.
I know, and that's exactly how people like him operate. They find someone who is kind and a little lost, and they reshape how that person sees the world. Slowly, carefully.
I should have noticed sooner. The way he talked about you never sat right with me deep down. But every time I felt uncertain, he'd say something sweet and I'd stop questioning it.
That's not weakness on your part. That's manipulation working exactly as intended.
How are you this calm about all of it?
I'm not calm. I'm just clear. There's a difference.
Rachel! I finalized the divorce from Sarah! I'm a free man! Thanks for sticking by me. I got us a nice hotel room. What do you say? You're off tomorrow, right?
I'm busy with work.
Just dump it on someone else. It's probably not that important anyway. You loved that place the first time we went. We should celebrate. Let's get married at the Overseas Post. Something big and fancy.
Is that so? And where exactly would the money come from? Another loan?
Huh?
Funny how differently you look when I'm actually paying attention. You're genuinely repulsive.
Excuse me?
Don't talk to me at the office. Your breath smells like an ashtray.
Hey, what is your problem? Are you mocking me right now?
Stop texting me! Should a grown man really be chasing someone 15 years younger?
Are you serious right now? Do you have any idea how much I've done for you? Don't get above yourself. The only thing you've got going for you is your age.
You know, Sarah was right about you.
What?
She said the moment your ego takes a hit, your true colors come out. She also said she tried to give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe the debt had just worn you down and changed you. I wanted to believe that too, but... No, that's not it. Sarah really is a saint for putting up with you.
Wait, did she get in your head? Did she say something to you? I told you before, she manipulates people. She's toxic.
I can see why. From your perspective, you'd see her that way. But that's not the Sarah I know. During my orientation, she went out of her way to teach me everything. She was genuinely kind.
That's just an act. Anyone can be nice when they want something.
You remember what I told you once? In college, I had a part-time job where an older woman made my life miserable. Just because I got along with the manager. She acted friendly to my face and talked about me behind my back. She'd forget to pass along instructions, so I'd mess things up. But meeting Sarah showed me that not everyone is like that.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
When I joined the sales team, I was drowning targets every single day. I was exhausted. And you were kind to me. You said the right things. You encouraged me.
Exactly! I took good care of you, didn't I?
And yes, it helped. I won't pretend otherwise. When I found out the two of you are married, I thought you made a great couple. But the Sarah you described to me was a completely different person. The more I heard it, the more I started to believe your version. I started thinking Sarah was just like that woman from my old job. I should have thought more carefully. A man who badmouths his own wife to a young coworker is a far worse person than anything he was describing.
Excuse me? I'm only 35!
I couldn't care less. Sarah had every reason to be furious with me. I said awful things to her. But she just said you're young and tried to protect me. She didn't even get angry. That's all I needed to see. I believe in Sarah. Go to your overseas posting alone.
Are you kidding me? I divorced my wife for you. I walked away from my financial safety net and chose you. And this is how you act? When you're 30, you know your worth is gonna drop too. Show some gratitude. If you can't do that, pay me back, you ungrateful little...
You're right. I am ungrateful. Sarah did so much for me, and I repaid her terribly. So I've decided to pay her back in my own way.
What are you talking about?
I need to get back to work. Take care.
Hey! We're not done here! Rachel, don't ignore me! I swear if you don't respond... Sarah! Where did she go? This is insane. She's ruined everything. She's got me blocked, can't reach her anywhere, and she's not showing up to her department either. You put her up to this, didn't you? Tell me where she is.
Don't use my first name. We're strangers now. What are you in such a panic about? Actually, I was surprised to hear about Rachel myself. Turns out, she's the daughter of one of the company's board members. Common last name, so no one put it together. Right now, she's in a harassment compliance training, at her father's direct instruction.
That's why. She's been causing nothing but problems.
I wouldn't call it a problem. I'd call it a major win, actually. Because here's the thing. You forged your credentials, Ryan. TOEFL high scores, Cambridge certificates, professional qualifications you never earned. And you can barely give someone directions in English?
Shut up! The overseas post was my shortcut to a promotion! I figured I'd pick up enough English once I was actually there.
That's exactly why you had to forge them, because picking it up wasn't happening. Rachel petitioned her father personally, multiple times to launch an investigation. Honestly, the fact that the company's verification process didn't catch this earlier is a systemic failure, something to fix. But let's be clear, what you did is a crime. If they had sent you overseas like this, the company's reputation would have taken a serious hit.
Just wait! Let me explain! It was an impulse, okay? I thought if I got promoted, I could finally pay everything off! I could finally get ahead of you! I just snapped!
A moment of weakness. Got it. But I've also been doing some digging of my own. Sounds like you've been creating quite the hostile environment around here.
What?
Hitting on junior female employees. That's just the start of it. Convincing the department head to let you bill client entertainment as company expenses and using it for clubs? Blaming a direct report for equipment you destroyed? And apparently, several young employees who left in the past few years. That traces back to you. You didn't have a moment of weakness, Ryan. You've been living in one.
How do you know all of this?
This is why your sales numbers kept sliding. In sales, your base salary is supplemented by performance bonuses. But you didn't want to put in the work, so you tried to game the system. I told you, instead of blaming everyone else, try putting in the effort yourself. You've been strangling your own career this whole time.
What I do is my business!
Not when you hold a position at this company, it isn't. You've preyed on young people, lied your way through everything, and pushed all your responsibility onto others. You used to be better than this, before the debt spiral started. People like you make me furious. Don't treat your career like it doesn't matter.
I tried! It just never worked out the way it did for you! My manager was always on my case, my colleagues found underhanded ways to get ahead, so why can't I do what I have to do too?
A child would know that's not a valid excuse. Either way, the document forgery alone means you're fired. You brought this on yourself.
Please, just wait! Getting terminated for cause at 35? That follows me forever! There's no coming back from that!
And what about Rachel's future? Were you planning to leave that intact? Ignorance is harmful, but young people have the right to make mistakes and learn from them. And those of us who've already learned have a responsibility to guide them, not exploit them. How many years have you been in the workforce? A decade plus, and you're pulling stunts like this?
I had my reasons!
I don't want to hear it. People like you deserve exactly what's coming. For the record, my findings and Rachel's testimony have already been submitted to the CEO. Wait for the official notice.
Wait! Sarah, please, you're the only one I can turn to now! I have nowhere else to go, I'm serious!
I have nothing to say to you. And I'm blocking you now.
Don't hang up, please! Let's talk this through!
Take care of yourself. Thanks for the worst years of my life.
Sarah! This can't be happening! Hey!
Rachel, are you coming back in tomorrow?
Yes, my dad absolutely tore into me. After the lecture, he had me spend the whole day at a meditation retreat as punishment. I mean, fair enough. I did something stupid and caused a mess. Honestly, just not losing my job. I know how lucky I am.
As long as you've reflected on it and you won't repeat it, that's what matters. But remember, no one can protect you but yourself. Please take care of yourself.
I will. I need to be so much more careful. You know, he had asked me to quit my job when we went overseas together. If I'd shown up in a foreign country with no money and no job, I don't even want to think about what might have happened.
That might be reading a little too much into it.
Maybe, but it's not impossible, is it? That's why my dad was so angry, and why you tried to protect me. I really am lucky, and I'm so sorry.
I told you, if you've learned from it, that's enough. Take that experience and use it to move forward. I believe you have what it takes to do that.
Thank you, Sarah. Can I ask you something, honestly?
Of course.
When I came at you the way I did any part of you want to just let me find out the hard way?
Honestly, for about 3 seconds, yes.
That's fair.
But then I remembered what it felt like to be your age and trust the wrong person. It's not a lesson anyone should have to learn alone in a foreign country with no money.
I really underestimated you. I think I built up this image of you in my head based on what he said, and I stopped seeing you as a real person.
It happens, especially when someone is feeding you a story every single day.
I won't let it happen again.
Good, now get some rest. I'll see you tomorrow.
Someday, I want to be as warm and grounded as you are.
In the end, Ryan was terminated for cause, the culmination of everything that came to light. He also got a visit from the police. On top of that, I filed for a lump sum settlement from him. He tried to claim a share of my assets in the divorce proceedings. Unfortunately for him, everything I earned had gone straight to supporting the household. His household. My personal savings were all pre-marriage, so they weren't eligible for division. However, a hidden account of his turned up in the process, so I gratefully took my legal half of that. As for the other women Ryan had been involved with, I chose not to pursue any of them legally. Yes, they made careless choices, but in every case, Ryan was the one who had approached them. The person most at fault is always the one who deliberately deceives and manipulates others. I can only hope they recognized what happened and never let it happen again. As for Rachel, she threw herself into her work with more energy than ever before. The following year, a new group of first-year employees joined the company, and Rachel, full of enthusiasm, has apparently been mentoring them extensively. I keep hearing my name come up in those conversations for some reason, but I've decided not to think too hard about that. After work today, the three of us, Rachel, one of the new girls, and I, are grabbing dinner. Rachel keeps calling it a girls' night. Whether I actually count as one of the girls at this point, I'm honestly a little flustered by that.